Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go over problems 1 and 6. 1 is a review of yesterday, and actually 6 is as well. But I'm going to go over both. So going over 1, this is 14 going to 22, and we're trying to figure out this percentage change. And it's going to be an increase because it's going from 14 to 22. This is a little bit different. This is when you're given we start at 45, 50, and then we're trying to go somewhere. And in that is a 15% markdown, which is going to be, which is going to be a 15% decrease. So it's the same idea, but just a little different process. So for this one, when we've got the two numbers, our starting point and our ending point, and actually I'm going to label them, starting and ending. Our formula that we're going to use is the difference over where we start. So the difference here is going to be just 22 minus 14, which is going to be 8 here, 8. And now where we start, well, we start at 14. Now we could do this division right away, but we can also actually simplify the fraction to make it a little bit easier. We can divide by 2, both in the numerator and the denominator, which will give me 4 over 7. Now I can do that division. I'll do it in another color. So it's how many times the 7 goes into the 4. So the 7 is going to be on the outside. 7 goes into 4 0 times. Now 7 goes into 40 5 times. And right away, I'm assuming it's going to be A, but let me just check to make sure. 7 times 5 is going to be 35. Subtract this, bring down another 0, and 7 goes into 57 times. So now if we move the decimal place 2 over, it is going to be 57%. So it's got to be A. Okay, now for problem 6. So right now, go ahead and do problems 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and do these problems now because I taught this skill for these problems. All this process goes with these problems. Once you've done that, go ahead now. I'm going to teach problem 6. So the way that we do this problem here, oops, let me erase this, is the first step. I kind of like the pen, I think. The first step is going to be multiply the percentage and starting number. Starting number. So here it's going to be 15% times 45.50. Now, and it's going to give us some answer, and I think in the later periods what I don't think I did this in first period just because first period is kind of my figure out how to teach it a little bit. So we're going to have, and I think I kind of did it like this. That was supposed to be highlighted. This answer, it looks weird. But this answer here, whatever we get here, then we're going to include in step 2, which is we're either going to add, and this is for a markup, or percentage increase, or subtract, which is going to be a markdown, discount as well, or a percentage decrease. Okay, so then we're going to take this answer, this here, and we're going to, oh, geez, my apologies. God, okay, sorry. Here, and we're going to add it. My goodness, my apologies. Okay, we're going to add it to the original cost, which is 40.50. So what's important to note is this blue circle, what this is, it's going to give us what 15% is of 45.5. Now, once we figure out what 50% is of 45.5, we're either going to add it for a markup or percent increase, or subtract it for a markdown or a percentage decrease. So now let's go ahead and start doing this math. So the first thing we need to do is going to be 15% times 45.5. And to do that, I need to do this. Not that, jeez. 45, this is step one. This is now my problem solving process. 45.50 times 0.15. I just moved the decimal place 2 over. Now what I could do is multiply it, such as this. Multiply, put the 0.15 here, and do the long multiplication. Now, a lot of these decimals are going to be confusing. We could keep it down here. But one way that I kind of like to do it is actually move the decimal place 2 over here and 2 over here to make it 15 times 4,550. And just make a note here that I have to move the decimal place 4 decimal points or places. So once I get my product, the answer to this multiplication, then I have to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 back in the other direction because I moved it 2 places in this direction. To save time, I've already done the multiplication. Oops. It's going to be in here. The answer is going to be 68550. Oops. 68250. And now I need to multiply, the 4 decimal places, I need to move them. So it starts here, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 6.825. So what this number means right here, this is 15% of 45.5. Now, this problem, calculate the sale price on a pair of blue jeans if the original price is this, and the markdown is 15%. So markdown, that's going to be subtracting. That's a percentage decrease. So we've already got the percentage. Now we just need to incorporate this decrease part. So all we need to do now is 45.50 and subtract the 6.825. And then we'll have our answer. So we're going to add another 0 here. Let's see. So this becomes 4. This becomes 10, 9. So it's 5, 7. I'm just doing this subtraction pretty quickly. 6 and 8. Here's the decimal point, and 3. So we should have $38. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. We should have $38.67 or 68 cents probably. And this is exactly what we have right here. $38.68. Okay, we know right off the bat that it's not going to be C actually because marked down. It has to be less than this. And this actually, if you thought it was D, you just figured out the percentage, but you forgot to subtract it from the starting number. So in summary, this is what I did. First step, multiply the percentage in the starting number, add it if it's going to be a percentage increase to the original number, and subtract it if it's going to be a decrease. And that's what I did. For problems, now go ahead and do problems 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, everyone. Thank you very much, and good luck.